Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from.
You reached out to Top Rank before for a fight with me and Tank.
4 or 5 with you and Tank, yeah.
And when did this happen?
I mean, years ago. Years ago.
You and Tank have verbally said to each other, let's fight.
He said he was gonna do something to me.
Okay.
He said he was gonna do something to the houseboy from North.
Okay.
So I was in his 6-fight deal that he supposedly had. I don't know what happened to the 6-fight deal. I don't know what happened after that, but he probably really could tell you more because I don't know. I just heard it on Twitter. Am I in the plans? Because I want the fight.
I'll tell you this. Tank has definitely said repeatedly, I want to fight Shakur.
If that's the case, if I'm a free agent now, I'm doing whatever I want, I'm on here fighting these guys, am I in the plans? Like, is this 6-fight deal something that's real, or was that like...
No, he's definitely got a plan. So Shakur's definitely in that plan.
Okay.
You know, and
I'm there, so it's going to happen.
Shakur just want to know why Jake Paul skipped the line.
Hey man, say what it do with the camp sound like a let big boss out, boss dog. K-Po through the door, here to talk to his box, fuck about soliloquy. Tough times don't last, good people do it not self. Caught him in the fall out and be mad at peak game. 84's on West Wayne. How y'all doing? Morning. So you heard the audio. Shakur Stevenson, Steven Espinosa, they question about the Tank fight, right? The question I have for y'all is, who do y'all believe, right? So, for starters, let's start off like this. Let's get straight to the point. And I don't know how current this interview is, right? I don't know if it was recently. I don't know if it was after Shakur got out his deal with Top Rank. I don't know, right? But Shakur Stevenson was included in that 6-fight deal that Tank had signed with PBC. And Steven Espinosa was like, Tank said he wanted to fight you. You know, he was included in that deal. My question is like, look, I get Shakur want to fight Tank, but why does he keep talking about this nigga? That's my question, right? Like, I get it, bro. Like, but my thing is like, why you keep talking about this nigga? You say you don't want to talk about him, but you keep talking about this nigga. Like, and it's just like, obviously, like, bro, there are other fights other than Tank, bro. You know what I mean? You're not even looking at a Raymond Martaya. You're not looking at the win of Abdullah Mason and Sam Notes. You know what I mean? You know, you got Teofimo ahead of you, and you still worrying about Tank. It's like, bro. So, to answer the question, who do I believe? I believe Steven Espinosa. Truthfully. I do. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that Tank wants to fight Shakur Stevenson, right? He just questions a couple things, and I'm gonna help y'all see what I see. So, my thing is, why does Shakur Stevenson want to fight Tank? Right? Why does Shakur Stevenson really want to fight Tank? What does Tank have that Shakur Stevenson don't have? So let's analyze it. Shakur Stevenson got the WBC belt. Tank got the WBA belt. They both got titles. But Shakur Stevenson has the more popular belt, which is that green belt. Everybody wants a green belt, right? Everybody wants that WBC strap, right? So when you look at, you know, the landscapes, that cancels out, right? Shakur got the more popular belt, right? Now, Tank don't care about titles, but at the same time, Shakur Stevenson has a title, Tank got a title, right? Shakur fought for a vacant WBC belt. Tank was elevated to the full champion, right? And like I said, Tank even openly admitted, I don't care about belts, right? So why does Shakur Stevenson really want to fight Tank? Right? If everybody said Tank ain't fought nobody, he running from smoke, he this, you know, everybody would make it personal when it comes to Tank, all right? So we're gonna keep it boxing. Why is Shakur Stevenson want to fight Tank? I'll tell you why. Popularity, money. That's what Tank has. He has those two things. And Shakur Stevenson feels like, if I beat this guy, I will inherit all of that. That's his motivation. He's not fighting Tank because he feel like, oh, Tank is a great fighter. That's not why he want to fight Tank, right? We just keep it 1,000 because there are a couple of great fighters or good fighters that want to fight Shakur, and he's like, oh, he need to build his brand first, right? He need to build his brand first, fight a couple names, and then we'll talk. So that's his mindset. That's how he thinking. You know what I'm saying? He ain't looking like, man, yeah, I fight Buddy. I don't care. I'll fight anybody. No, that's not him, right? He want to fight Tank for popularity, money. That's what he motivated by. That's what he wants. That's what he looking at. He's like, oh, okay. You got this. You got something I want, and that's popularity and money. He wants to inherit the aura of Gervonta Davis. Pause. He wants to. That's why he want that fight, right? He's looking at that as like my chance to take my game to another level. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what he's looking at. That's how he's looking at that particular matchup. It's like, okay, cool. If I fight him and beat him, I would inherit all that. Now, will I think he'll inherit all that? No. You know what I'm saying? If he fight and beat Tank, he'll get a little bit more fans, but that's it. It's not going to be a situation to where he's your face of boxing, this, that, and the third. Look at his big bro. His big bro beat Errol Spence, who's a popular fighter, right? Nothing really changed for him besides like what you had to pay him, right? Okay? Canelo. He beat Canelo. For the most part, nothing really changed besides what you have to pay him now. That's it. What you have to pay him, right, is what changed. But it's not like, oh, he's the face of boxing. Terrence Crawford not the face of boxing. Terrence Crawford the face of boxing. Tell him to go fight. And I got an opponent for him at 160. Right? Tell Terrence Crawford to go fight Ahmed Akbukblak. He's a cab driver in Russia. Tell him to go fight him and put it in the Las Vegas Stadium and see how many views he get. Right? Canelo was fighting Edgar Berlanga, still doing 200,000-300,000. Right? I'm talking pay-per-view guys. Canelo was fighting Jaime Murguia, same thing. Right? Tank fought Rolly. Look at the numbers he did. Right? Tank fought Lamar Roach. Look at the stuff he did. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day is like, even Errol back in the day, you know what I mean? Ugas fighting Ugas. You know what I mean? Dennis Ugas is not a, Errol still, So it's just like when you're a popular fighter who can fight, it's more or less like this. You gonna be the hunted because of people want your spot. They want your position. They want that aura of, okay, boom, Buddy doing da-da-da, and he getting this money, and he got these fans. I want that. I want them, I want these, $20 million paydays and $10 million paydays. I want to be the cash cow, right? That's what he want to inherit. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's why Shakur Stevenson is motivated to fight Gervonta Davis. I don't think Shakur Stevenson looks at Gervonta Davis as a good fighter. I think he even did an interview where, and he may have just been trolling, right? He's made a comment about Tank as a fighter, not being that good of a boxer, right? So if he's not that good of a boxer, what is your motivation to fight him, right? I believe that his motivation to fight Tank is money and the aura. I don't think Shakur Stevenson's motivation, I want to be great, because I don't think Shakur looks at Tank as a great fighter. I think Shakur look at Tank as a guy who, kind of how like Terrence Crawford looked at Errol, right? A guy who is popular, and he feel like he's popular for no reason, and he's questioning, why is this dude so big of a star and I'm better than him, right? That's how I think Shakur is looking at Tank. He's looking at Tank how Terrence looked at Errol, right? Now, Errol is a good fighter, you know what I'm saying? Even after Terrence Crawford beat him, you know what I'm saying? It didn't change anything. When you fighting the best fights, you know, you got to be a winner and a loser, right? I would say the same thing if Terrence Crawford lost. I've even made videos saying that before they even fought. I said, hey, if this dude lose, it don't change nothing. He still, you know, will be considered, looked at as a good fighter, right? There got to be a winner and a loser in boxing, and that's the thing, right? This is not a game where, oh, it's a tie. I mean, yeah, you could come to a draw in a fight, but, you know, no. It got to be a winner and a loser. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it boils down to, you know. But like I said before, I think that, you know, when you analyze everything, put a bow on it, come down on the floor with it, it's the bounce how K-Po, I'm coming through the door with it. All I'm saying at the end of the day is that I think Shakur is motivated by the funds, man. I don't think, you know, he motivated to fight Tank. I don't think Shakur think Tank is a good fighter. I think he motivated by that money, yeah. I think he looking at Tank. Tank got the money right now, so that's what he doing, right? I think the Teofimo fight, I think he just taking that fight because of the money, yeah. He want that money. Because think about it. If you generally want to be looked at as a good fighter, you'll be doing what Dave Benavidez doing. Dave Benavidez fought David Morrell. He ain't had to, but he fought him, right? He didn't say, what has he done? And he fought him, right? He trying to fight any and everybody that call his name out. He like, bet, let's go. You know what I mean? He doing stuff the right way. He genuinely want to be looked at as a great. That's what I mean. But like Shakur and them were, I mean, what has he done? Now, Tank has said that about Shakur. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I see what he's saying. Do I agree with it? No. You know what I'm saying? That nigga talking. Me, how my mindset was, and he talking, get him out of there. Right? But I understand it. Like, prime example, I got a homeboy. He my partner, man. I've known him for a long time. And he wanted to spar me. Right? But he don't box. He's never boxed before in his life. So I'm not gonna spar him because he don't have no boxing ability, right? And it's not a, you know, I ain't talking down on him, but it's like a dude that, you know, it's like, nah, I could teach you boxing, and then once you learn, you know what to do, how to defend yourself, cool, we can work. You know what I mean? But if you ain't boxed before, you know, nah, dude, I don't know, that's different. You know, I don't care. But you my partner. So you my partner, I'm going to teach you how to box, and then we going to work. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? But to make that, tie that into this situation, Tank is looking at it like, bro, what have you done? Right? Have you fought anybody of note that make, you know, that's how he looking at the situation. Like I said, do I agree with it? No. But at the end of the day, I understand it. I understand the mindset of being like, okay, if I fight you, what would I gain if I beat you? Right? Because it was people on the Devin Haney train saying, oh, Devin will beat Tank. And then Devin got blitzed by Ryan Garcia, in which Tank stopped Ryan Garcia. Now, people could, you know, they throw that steroid PED stuff on top of it, but look how Devin looked against Ryan Garcia. Right? So, now granted, that's a triangle theory, but I'm just saying, you know, Tank looked at Ryan, he like, cool, Ryan got a big fan base, he got a different fan base, You know, that's why he made the money he made with Ryan. He's not gonna make the same amount of money fighting Shakur, but at the same time, Shakur talking, get him out of there, right? Now the question I have for y'all, answer the question that I posed in the beginning, but here's the last question. If Tank don't retire, right, and let's say PBC and Turkey say, hey, we offer you Shakur Stevenson, right? Should Tank fight Shakur Stevenson or go rematch Lamont Roach? That's the question I have for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to answer that truthfully in the comment section. I'm gonna start doing these. I'm gonna start leaving y'all with trivia questions at the end of my videos. Should, if PBC and Turkey able to work out something and they say, cool, hey, we're gonna offer you Shakur Stevenson. Should he take the Shakur Stevenson fight, or should Tank say, nah, man, I gotta rematch Lamont Roach? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let's go.